Hey, what's up? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing alright myself. I mean, yeah, I'm late and I still have to do work today, but hey, I'm here now. So, I mean, an hour of streaming is better than no hours of streaming. But, why don't we just jump right in? I'm doing some Minecraft. Also try Project Zomboid. I should try that. I have to do work too. I'm gonna lurk while doing homework. Alright, Blue. Also, hey, Tobeans. Excuse me. The one time I submit something on time and it was wrong and I get an F. Oof. The situation with May has gotten worse. Look, I'm gonna be honest, Tobeans. At this point, it might be a lost cause. You're probably better off just cutting your losses and just moving on. I know it's not ideal, but unfortunately, it just seems that that's just how things are gonna have to be. I mean, don't get me wrong, what you said was a little fucked up, but still. You don't have to worry about it. If people involved keep on bringing it up. Yeah, I can see that happening. Yeah, I'm not going to explain it. If Tobeans wants to, then that's their prerogative. So, other than catastrophic failure on communication, and inability to actually get work done, what's everyone been up to? I'm just kidding. It's at a point where I only have 2 friends in the whole class, and like 9 in my class. I learned a new word today. Prerogative? What does that mean? I don't know. That's the first I've heard of it. Maybe if I actually knew the proper pronunciation, I'd know it. Prerogative? I don't know. Oh, prerogative? Wait, is it supposed to be prerogative? Because if it's prerogative, then I know exactly what that is. Your prerogative is basically the thing that you're trying to prioritize. So right now, my prerogative is to finish making this tiny river. Music, someone wrote one about toes, and someone else wrote it about footballs, and it was the funniest shit I've ever seen. Hey! That is funny as fuck, but hey. I did stupid shit similar to that when I was school. I remember, and you're free to clip this because it's funny as hell. But back in high school, what I would do is we were in the last year of English, and we one of our projects was that we had to write an essay and give a demonstration on something that we wanted, like some kind of like knowledge we knew or something we wanted to teach or show others. And everyone had like different things they wanted to show. Like one guy showed how to quickly do a Rubik's Cube. One person was... You're fine. But one person was like showing how to do, I'm not kidding, doing 3D art, which was really cool. I literally knew nothing. I was so like out of my element with that one because I didn't know what to do. So, wager in my mind, Senior Jack, that, you know what, I'm going to teach people how to, and I'm not making this up, I tried to teach people how to make a creepypasta because I was really into those at the time. And I tried to so hard, and I was trying to give up good pointers, stuff that I wanted to do, something I wanted to show. And by the end of it, I realized I was being such a freaking idiot. And I felt so mortified. Like at the very end, I was just so ashamed of myself. I got like a C on it though, which was amazing, but it was so embarrassing. I still cringe to this day on it. So yeah, that's what I did in my English class. That was fun. And to be fair, English was never really my strong suit. I was always more of a mathematics kind of guy. May I ask for help for my homework if you can, streamer Jack? So long as it's not English. Man. I still, like, even to this day, it's been like almost 7 years since I graduated, and I still think back on that day, and I'm just like, why? Andrew Jackson? I don't know. I didn't expect you to, Lamau. Yeah, sorry, that's a fundamental question that I cannot answer. Man. If I could go back in time, like, if I had like a machine that allows me to go back in time, I would go back to my school, like every single time I did something stupid back in my like school days, and I would just slap myself whenever I was about to do something stupid, and just like grab myself by the collar and just, don't be stupid, don't be stupid, you know? And then I would try and tell them on the best way to, you know, develop a channel, because at that point I'd probably be, you know, much more recognizable channel. Okay, blue egg. Okay. You see, do you see the sea? Oh, wow. Hey, question. Thinking back to my old high school days. Have I ever told you the story on how someone stabbed me in the arm with a pencil? In fact, I dropped my phone so much that the pixels are breaking and now I can't untype it. Well, yeah, I saw you say that. Remember that, but what? Yeah. I believe this was back in middle school. In fact, I'm pretty sure it was. It was back in middle school. So this was 7th grade. And so as you can tell, I was a very rowdy and rambunctious child. I was but a wee lad. And one day, for gym, the teacher had us play dodgeball. And yeah. But so we were doing dodgeball for that day. And I was in the back with all the other cowards, you know, just trying to shield myself away from the mayhem. And I had this classmate, I think his name was Kevin. I'm sorry to hear that, Tobeans. But I'm not trying to downplay, but anyway. So I'm in the back with all the other cowards, and I have this classmate named Kevin. Well, I thought I'd try and be a little funny, like be a little bit of a bastard, and I tried to use him as a human shield. Well, apparently his girlfriend didn't like that. So she was telling me to let him go, to, you know, stop using him as a shield and all that. And I was like, no, I'm going to use this man as a shield. He's my shield. And we kept on arguing. And eventually, it ended with her grabbing a mechanical pencil and stabbing me in the arm. I still have the scars to prove it, too. It's not the first scar I have. I got one way back when I was like, I think I was like 10 or 11. My family was going down this like biking road, And for some reason, me, as the stupid kid as I was going way too fucking fast. And once we reach the end of the road, it like goes straight into an actual like trafficked road. And so I squeeze my handles for all they're worth. And I was wobbling and I skid on my elbow. And oh man, it left a gnarly scar there for a while. It's faded, but you can still kind of see it in the right light. You know, what's funny is the fact that if you think I'm danger prone because of that, you haven't even met my brother. My brother is probably the most danger prone person I know. Going to take a small break from, you know, the internet. So I'm probably going to lurk now. I'll still listen, just not chat. All right, Tobins. I understand. But anyway. Yeah, my little brother, he is something else, to be honest. He has broken his nose on 3 different occasions. He has split open his fingers on several occasions. He nearly strangled himself to death by doing something really stupid. And the most recent thing was that he shot himself in the hand with a gun. Oh no, he's fine. He's totally fine. Otherwise, I wouldn't be making such light comment on it, you know? No, he's fine. I mean, yeah, he had a hole stuck in his, like, through his hand, but other than that, he's a trooper. He's fine. But, yeah. The reason why he has broken his nose on 3 different occasions is because he did it all on the same stunt. And I'm not joking. He did it all on the same thing. Drew his hand, no biggie. Honestly, I mean, he's a gun nut, so I mean, I kind of expect that to happen at least once in his life. But yeah, no. So my little brother has busted his nose on 3 different occasions, all doing the exact same thing. And you'd think after the first or second time he would have learned, but no. Really, 3rd time was the charm. What he did was, so you gotta keep in mind, we were like really young. The 1st, 3rd, like all of these times, we were still pretty young. What he did was he'd be messing around with the refrigerator doors, especially the freezer door. And he'd be hanging off of the freezer door, like, you know, just swinging back and forth a little bit. Well, he decided it would be funny if he would like, have it open all the way and hold on to it, like, swinging, and just try and, like, slam against the fridge. But he miscalculated it and busted his nose. And he did that 2 more times on different days. The 3rd time we're like, what the fuck? Also do the thing where you hold the tables to your right side between them. Core memory. Yeah. What happened for when my brother nearly strangled himself to death was that he was playing with the wires for the blinds on one of the windows, and he somehow got it wrapped around his neck. Fortunately, my father was there to catch that, so my brother didn't get any damage from it other than just like maybe a few cuts on his neck. But that was definitely an interesting time. I wasn't there to witness it, but it was when I was told about what was going on, I was like, what the fuck just happened? Like, how are you not dead yet? Adult? What? Is your brother an adult? As if... What? My brother is, in fact, an adult. He is going to be 22 this year. But you keep in mind, this was back when he was maybe 10. Get strangled at 10. Yeah, nah. Just casually. Hell of a trooper. Yeah, no kidding. There was one time, we were still living in the old house, and he was playing with one of the neighborhood kids, and they were playing around in their backyard, and for some reason this neighbor kid decided to take a broomstick and throw it like a javelin directly at my brother, and as a result he got a cut right on the divide on the top of his lip, you know, that like little divot on your upper lip. Like he got a really nasty cut there. And it still has a scar to this day. Like he got that back when he was like maybe 13, and he still has a very noticeable scar from it. We actually had to lie to my father about that because like we said that he fell, hit his face on like an edge of concrete, and he busted his lip open thinking it was some sort of nosebleed. And yeah, we had to lie to him because if we didn't, he was going to go ballistic. We don't want that. We don't want my father going ballistic. When he goes ballistic, he no reason can reach this man. Fun fact, that lip dip is where the three parts of your face meet and join together. Interesting. Well, then his face was nearly unraveled. But yeah, that was interesting. Have I almost ever died? Not beyond any of the like normal events that could potentially have killed me, like idiotic people on the road nearly running me over, or people cutting me off when they really shouldn't have. On 2 different occasions, someone has literally tried to strong arm me out of my lane when I was driving. That was fun. One of them was a bus, like a school bus. That was interesting. But I almost got ran over. Hee hee. I was riding my bike. But yeah, no, I've lived a very safe life. I have never even broken a bone yet. And I'm going to try and keep that record as long as I can. Hell, I don't think I've even ever sprained anything. In my defense, there is also almost never any cars on that street, and it was very quiet and snuck up right up the hill. Fair enough. I don't judge. I hope Tobeans is doing alright. I know that this whole situation is exactly being good on them. I just hope that they are okay. Beans, I know you're still listening, so I want to just relay this message that we do still care about you, we do still love you, and that no matter what may happen, IRL, you are always welcome here and you are always loved here. Okay? You know, thinking back to stupid driving, I did something very stupid yesterday. And I'm gonna be honest, I am not proud of what I did. Hey, Blue. I'm sure that you're having troubles communicating because of your shitty phone situation. So, just put in general, not like gibberish if you mean to respond in a specific way. Like if I just ask you a question, just put in gibberish, I'll understand. No, I'm just dyslexic and hard to type in general. Fair enough. I wonder. I've always wondered if I had some sort of like problem like that, like dyslexia or ADHD or something. You know, I've never been tested. So I don't know. Excuse me. I'm gonna get my phone fixed soon, so I'll be good to go. That's good. Yeah, no, I have absolutely no idea if I have any anything like that, like HD or dyslexia or anything like that. I mean, it's entirely possible that it's just because I'm an absolute idiot, but you know. I mean, I have a sneaking suspicion that at the very least I do suffer from this, like depression and anxiety, but that's about it. That's all. That's the stuff that I can like clearly say. I have ADHD and it's self-diagnosed, but I want a real doctor to diagnose, but my mom won't help me get one. Fair enough. Like, when I'm saying that I have, like, depression and anxiety, it really is a self-diagnosis because I've never been professionally screened. But, I mean, I definitely show symptoms of it. One of my biggest ones is just the sheer fact of, like, I always feel overwhelmed by what by my own thoughts. Like, I'm always, like, second-guessing myself. I always worry that I'm not doing the best I can. There are legit times where I worry that I'm going to just wake up one day and every single person that's, like, all of my friends, all of you guys are just going to leave me. Yeah, it happens. I mean, legit, I've had whole like daydreams, more like day nightmares, where I'm just thinking to myself, it's like where I like try to rationalize like certain events that happen in my life, and for some reason my brain really likes to go to the worst case scenario. I wish I could make everyone hurt away and for myself. Okay, don't have to worry about it. I've gone through it for the last 24 years. I think I can go for another. Yeah. You know, what really sucks is the fact that these daymares that I have, they really mess with my self-confidence too. Because, like, you may or may not know this, but I am a single man. I'm a lowly bachelor. And I do wish I could get out of that. I mean, I do want to be in a relationship. I want to be with someone, but, there are days where I actually feel like I'm just not adequate enough. I'm forced to live alone because I just don't fit the description of attraction to anyone. And I know that's not the truth. I know that I'm drop-dead gorgeous, but still, even I, a simple god, can worry about such things. Realize you're blinding beauty one day. I hope so. I hope so. You know, one of my biggest things is the fact that I'm a very rational person. Like, I'm very much a realist. And as a result, I've also come to the understanding that... Oh, hey, Vicky. Don't worry, we're just talking about existentialism here. Only reason why you're single at the moment is because everyone is too shy to even attempt to speak to the gorgeous man. I appreciate that. But no, the real reason why I'm so single is because I never leave my apartment on my days off. I am very much an isolationist, and for some reason, even though I want a relationship, I never go out and look for one. I've had a bad situation when it came to like dating websites and dating apps, so that's always been fun. Because last time I had a girlfriend, I got him off of a dating website, and you know, I thought it was going great. Turns out, I was just a rebound date from a really shitty breakup she had. And once she moved away, she basically immediately stopped talking to me and started going out with another guy. So, you know, that was fun. So you can brag to people that you have fun. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one, Chief. That one, that does not, no, just no. I'm sorry, but no. I'm flattered, but no. I mean, for the grand majority of my viewers, most of them are underage, so yeah, that's kind of weird. The joke, but no, you're fine. Yeah, I don't want to end up on the 5 o'clock news, so yeah, let's just leave it there. Oh yeah, Vicky, how are you? I'm sorry, you kind of jumped in on this without me ever properly greeting you. I hope that's not a problem. I hope you didn't like jump ship already. My friend went out without me. Aw, I'm sorry to hear that. About dating and I'm doing homework. Well, realistically, I'm just talking about my worries of inadequacy. I mean, okay. What didn't help was last night. So some of you may know that I work over in a factory. And, so yesterday... But who actually cares? Yeah, it's the best life. But, so... my department, the paint line, was shut down yesterday because, things weren't working properly. And, boy. So I was stuck on this area called Snap-on. Oh, I'm the first one to call myself an idiot. Absolutely. I'm gonna be honest, there are actually days where I think back to like cringy things that I do, and immediately mentally I'm like, hey, Jack, you're an idiot. But yeah, no, so I was doing this thing called Snap-on, which is an actual brand of metal parts that we work on. And oh shit. So we were working on that because we had nothing else to do. And for some godforsaken reason, like, don't get me wrong, like, they're fine for the most part, but some of the guys that I was working with, they can be a bit much. Like, for a good chunk of the entire night, they were both, like, two of the guys were just complaining about, their significant others and how much of a nag they can be, or how annoying they can be. I don't have class today because there is no water in my city. That's okay. But yeah, so I had to deal with that. And I kept on getting bombarded with their comments on basically stating that a girl is only good for one thing, and that's to have sex. Not going to sugarcoat it, not going to downplay it. That was basically their mindset, was girls are only good for one thing, and that's sex. Anything else that they bring to the table is just a bonus. And as someone who doesn't think this way, it was very awkward and very hard for me to put things in. Honestly, I was more at home when we were trying to plot out a way to prank our boss into being stuck inside of a gorilla suit. But yeah. I can already feel that both of you are really trying to figure out what to say, and you are being intentional. As a woman, I want to say some not good things to them. Well, you can say some not good things to me, and I am more than happy to listen and potentially agree with you. But yeah, that was something. It's in Spanish? Okay, fair enough. Neither of them speak Spanish, so. Hey Devsky, what's up? Glad to see you typically come in abruptly and without word, And glad to see that's normally how it goes and still keeping up. Good. Her water is gone. Yeah. I don't want to go to work. It's gonna be super hot. Monday, it was up to like 90 degrees for me, which is not fun. 90 degrees Fahrenheit, not Celsius. I'm sorry. Quit whining. She has. Look, I understand that she is a pretty shitty situation, but that doesn't mean that I'm not allowed to complain about my situation. It just means that it has less weight to it. Like, I never understood that mentality. It's like, oh, someone else is having it worse than you, so you have no right to complain. It's like, no, I have perfect right to complain because what's going through in my life just sucks for me. But if you need to take a shit, well, time to go head on out and bring some leaves with you. Just make sure they aren't gimpy. Ooh. I'm sure there's a perfectly rational reason why Argentina shut down their water lines. And I'm sure they'll be able to turn them back on sooner than later. There's no leaves without water? Dude, you do realize that leaves, they don't just disappear if you don't have a water line running, right? They're pretty resilient things. Argentina? Dude. You do realize Argentina is in South America, right? This isn't the Sahara Desert. I'm pretty sure they have plenty of waterways. You know, Vicky, instead of laughing your ass off, maybe you could explain the situation so that Devsky, it doesn't scream his head off out of concern. The most what? South America is one of the biggest trading hubs in the... Jeez. Yeah. Dude, it's not like South America is just rural jungle. Like, half of the nation is just covered in, like, the Amazon rainforest. There's definitely a civilization there. It's not cut off from the rest of the world either. Do you understand the existence of the nation of Brazil? It may be ruled by basically an authoritarian right now, but it is still a very, for the most part, prosperous nation, depending on where you go. But then again, that's basically the same case for many parts of the world, where the places that you may think of when it comes to certain countries is a lot more prosperous than most of it. Take America. I mean, you think like New York, California, all that, those places are prosperous. Hell yeah. Here in Wisconsin, it's basically rural all the time. I mean, for crying out loud, one of our biggest exports in Wisconsin is wheat and cheese. Brazil is not a third world nation. It's been its own independent first world nation for like the last 100 and some years. We care about the US as a whole? Yeah, but if you ignore the individual parts, then you mix the picture. It is often used to describe the developing countries of Africa, Asia, Latin America, and Australia, Oceania. Developing country? Yeah, Brazil isn't a developing country. It has its own currency, its own economy. It has a very clear independence, and it has several different industries of trade. Look, I'll stop talking about it when... Yeah, so is... If you're talking about instability, then technically, yes, Brazil is a very unstable economy. But so is Greece, and that's not considered a third world nation. Dude, third world countries. Jeez. Vicky, I can't understand you when you get flustered and start speaking Spanish. I'm sorry. So I can't tell what you're trying to say to me. Oh boy. There's only government crime is rampant. Dude, okay. Desky, I want you to make, please point out something. Can you answer me this one question? Since when are you an economist? Aren't you like 14 in, Sweden? Like, I may not be an economist, but, like, I don't think the entire world is on fire just because someone lost their water line for 8 hours. Desky, she's allowed to speak Spanish in the chat. I may not understand it, but she's allowed to do so. Vicky said it was for only 8 hours. Well then. I'm gonna be honest, Devsky, this is the first I've heard of it. No, I can't do this. That's better. Desky, did you just at yourself? Interesting. Damn it. Ah, man, I have to get going soon. Man. Yes, Devsky? My biggest thing about that argument is that, yeah, someone might have it worse than me right now. That doesn't mean that my argument is any more invalid. I don't want to go to work, but that doesn't mean that the situation over in Argentina is less valid. Subsequently, the situation over in Argentina doesn't mean anything to me in my situation right now. What I'm saying is, on perspective, I guess, yeah, it really does, but ultimately, it just doesn't matter. Vicky, I know that it was just for your city. When I was saying it was for your country, I was trying to be hyperbolic, you know, trying to exaggerate it for comedic effect. And Desky's the one, unfortunately Desky he took it seriously, which was not my intention. So it is my fault that you took it so literally. And I am sorry about that. All right. Well, yeah. Anyway, today definitely got unhinged, to say the least, but that's gonna be it for today. So, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I do appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow with some Kirby, which is gonna be fun. Anyway, yeah, I'll be playing some Kirby tomorrow, so I hope I get to see you guys then. As always, be awesome. See ya.